Hello everyone, and welcome to RadioCSIRT English Edition, your daily appointment with cybersecurity news. I'm Marc Frédéric Gomez, your French cybersecurity voice for today's threat landscape. I hope you're doing well. We are Sunday, February 8th, 2026, episode 70. This week marks a critical intensification of hybrid threats. We are observing simultaneous pressure from state-sponsored and cybercriminal actors on digital trust chains. Strategic trends confirm a shift towards sabotage. Russian and Chinese groups are actively targeting critical infrastructure, with a high risk identified for the 2026 Winter Olympics. Technically, zero-day exploitation is accelerating, notably on Microsoft Office via APT28, coupled with persistent supply chain attacks hitting tools like Notepad++. On the criminal front, the Scattered Lapses Shiny Hunters group is enforcing a non-negotiation extortion model, relying on maximum psychological pressure and massive data theft. Finally, generative AI now acts as a transversal accelerator for both social engineering and malware development. Saturday, January 31, Strategy and Infrastructure. Regarding digital sovereignty, a meeting reported by Klube confirms France has identified 63 sites for new data centers, reinforcing national autonomy over cloud and AI resources. On the threat landscape, Unit 42 anticipates physical and digital sabotage operations targeting the 2026 Winter Olympics, orchestrated by Russian state actors. An immediate technical alert concerns Grafana. CERT Santé reports CVE-2026-21720, a denial of service flaw affecting avatar management. Finally, the SANS Internet Storm Center detected a phishing campaign abusing the Google Slides publication feature to mask fraudulent login pages. Sunday, February 1st, Vulnerabilities and Info OPS. CERT-FR has issued several critical advisories. Splunk Enterprise is hit by CVE-2025-14847, and Node.js environments are facing flaws related to OpenSSL integration. On the disinformation front, Google's threat analysis group dismantled vast influence operations attributed to Russian, Chinese, and Indonesian actors, exploiting thousands of YouTube channels. In parallel, Mandiant documents the new tactics of the Shiny Hunters group, intensive voice phishing and SSO abuse to compromise SaaS environments. Also notable, the Red Kitten campaign. An Iranian actor is targeting NGOs via modular implants and C2 infrastructure hosted on GitHub and Telegram. Monday, February 2, Zero-Day and Supply Chain. This is the week's major alert. CERT-UA confirms active exploitation of a Microsoft Office. Zero-Day CVE-2026-21509. The APT28 group is integrating this flaw into attack chains using WebDAV and the Covenant Post-Exploitation Framework. Another critical supply chain incident. The official Notepad++ update mechanism was compromised. Attributed to the Chinese actor Violet Typhoon, this operation allowed for targeted malware distribution. On the patch front, VMware released Bulletin AV26-075 covering multiple flaws in the Tanzu ecosystem. Tuesday, February the 3rd, Mobile malware and Kubernetes. The banking malware Anatsa is back on the Google Play Store. According to Zscaler Threat Labs, the infected app surpassed 50,000 downloads, targeting over 800 financial institutions via 2FA interception. In the cloud, the Canadian Centre for Cybersecurity warns of vulnerabilities affecting Kubernetes Ingress and Nginx. Versions prior to 1.13.7 require immediate updates. Finally, the Electronic Frontier Foundation launches a campaign to generalize end-to-end encryption, specifically targeting WhatsApp backups and Messenger group chats. Wednesday, February 4, GenAI and Patching. CIRT-FR published report CTI-001 on generative AI. It details the use of LLMs in the kill chain, social engineering, malicious code generation, and target profiling. Microsoft responds with a new scanner capable of detecting backdoors and model poisoning attempts in open models. Regarding patching, watch out for Google Pixel endpoints hit by a privilege escalation flaw, CVE-20260106, and Google Chrome, which patched 2 critical vulnerabilities. CISA also added 4 vulnerabilities to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog, including flaws in GitLab and SolarWinds. Thursday, February 5, Espionage and DDoS Record Unit 42 reveals a massive espionage campaign by the actor TGR-STA-1030. This group compromised government networks in 37 countries using ShadowGuard, a Linux rootkit based on eBPF technology for maximum stealth. A record was broken on the denial of service front. Cloudflare reports a hyper-volumetric DDoS attack reaching 31.4 terabits per second, powered by the Isaru botnet. Facing persistent threats on obsolete gear, CISA issued a directive mandating federal agencies to retire all end-of-life equipment within 12 months. A notable offensive technique reported by Datadog involves NGINX traffic hijacking via malicious configuration injection, bypassing classic detection without exploiting binary flaws. Friday, February 2nd, Extortion and Signal Krebs on Security published an analysis of the Scattered Lapses Shiny Hunters group. This volatile collective combines swatting, physical threats, and DDoS attacks, moving away from classic ransomware models to focus on pure harassment. In Europe, TikTok faces a massive fine for violating the Digital Services Act, with Brussels pointing to addictive design mechanisms. Finally, a serious alert in Germany. The BFV report Signal account compromises targeting officials. Attackers are using social engineering to link new devices via QR code without using malware. The week closes with CISA adding 2 new exploited flaws to the KEV catalog, including a critical command injection in React Native. And that's it. This episode ends. I hope it will provide you with clear and useful information. Until then, we don't think, we patch. If you are a new listener, feel free to subscribe to the RadioCSIRT podcast. We are available in both English, Italian, Spanish, and French on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, Deezer, and Spotify. All open source intelligence links used in this episode are available on RadioCSIRT.com. See you next week for a new episode. Take care. Goodbye.